I don't know. I think she was trying to run over him or love him, one of the two.
She turned down the wrong way.
You said you put a baby in.
We got like a whole crew of...
It's probably pause. Hey Tim, hit the play button.
Like if you were like right here and you ride that bike,
What if I just sit? Is it cool if I sit?
Yeah, whatever's comfortable. Weirdness.
Ghost particle. How the light gives us shave and tears at us. This Polaroid ruined, streaked by stray rays of snow. Or perfected. Your one eye a coal, the other a star. The horse's fence a brushstroke of white, ablaze, scarring his face.
Okay.
The exposure doubles. 2 horses, 4 beside you. Your hands everywhere on the animal, your face unresolved. Too many poses to reconcile, too many angles to consider from a single point in space. Snow blindness is like that, a buildup of glare from all sides, and the packed ice under us which keeps nothing. Or like the smallest particles that stream from the sun. They run us through and through, touching no part of us. A view of the sea. Our cities long to become part of the world when we are gone. To be like a lichen on a south-facing granite cliff, a seam of coal, a coral reef, and a shallow sea. We too like to imagine what we might become given enough time and pressure. 1,000 programmers dream along with my recurring dream, lighted up in binary glory to pull me inside night after night, hoping to make myself a hero in someone else's story. In my dream, vines reach up to seize the skyscrapers, pry out their windows and invade their vents, turning them to scaffolding in time-lapse, dragging at them like a kid hanging from her dad's belt. I wander into the wreck wearing leather buskins, paint streaking my bare chest, passing things that have outlasted any function or meaning. A toilet full of soil, turning waste to riches since the pipes are rusted shut. A refrigerator as closet, an oven as safe, the comfort of a locked door now a quaint anachronism. I climb story to story, salvaging what I can. A scarred steel dog bowl to mold into a helmet, the wood seat of a chair to whittle flat into a slaughtering board, a hen of the woods sprouting from the rotting carcass of a couch to take back and fry for my kids and neighbors who wait in our camp on a cut bank of the big river, over a slight rise with a view of the sea. Accretion. The things that move us most all break under their own weight, imploding on themselves like the jellyfish you saw as a kid that washed too high up on shore, gone the quiescent. Or the year we watched summer stretch out each night from our porch, dazed out of bleached lawns and heat lightning, parching and tanning us into August only to fall apart and freeze over. Dissonance in music. Walls of wrecked melody that tangle, shatter, and resolve at last like the release of a long-held breath. Even the heart pulls apart in its hunger to possess itself. A figure, I guess, for what draws us to these broken things, to disillusion. The largest, most powerful stars in our universe don't burn out, but collapse so completely they devour themselves. leaving light as detritus to orbit the hole they left behind.
Was always smoke as I said. Was always smoke as I said. I saw
The what? Cool.
So this is kind of about food. I should preface this. There was an ancient Greco-Roman myth that there was a belief that if you killed an ox in a certain way, it would spontaneously produce bees from the carcass, and that process was called Begonia. This is from the Byzantine Geoponica. It's an epigraph. Let a group of young men kill the ox by beating him violently with clubs so as to mangle both flesh and bones, but taking care not to shed any blood. 11 days later, you will find the house full of bees. Begonia. You wrap the animal in your clothes, anoint it as chosen to fix whatever has broken in you, some sin against the gods you won't confess to. Muzzle it, plug its nose, watch it suffocate and stumble, beat it perhaps as an effigy of yourself. Crush its windpipe with your hands, smear honey on its lips, to hope, as the world has taught you to hope, that from violence the miraculous could rise. A swarm, a body perfected, a forgotten right to erase your name from the ledger of the damned, a path you could walk down the throat of the underworld and climb back up to make a map of it. Celebration. The farm kids run circles in the yard, playing tag, the girls' summer ribbons streaming behind them. I hold tight to the little girl on my knee and watch them run and tumble on the fresh mowed grass. Mourners mill around, their lips shining with goat meat from the smoker, out past the kids, sending mesquite clouds over the farmhouse, and I see Ramona in her, this girl, eyes glassy with sleep in the late Texas sun. The dead, I tell her, go on before us. I lift her to Matthias's arms and pick at my food. Ramona was here not 2 weeks ago buying milk that could have been Phoebe's. The quartered goat fit in the smoker with room to spare. 4 pieces jigsawed together flat. The fire burned down low under mesquite chips in a pan of water. The cancer took Ramona quick, and Matthias called to say she wanted a celebration here at the farm, where she always felt low to the ground. And here I've prepared it. The blood still caked under my nails. Phoebe dried up last week. The mastitis at last so bad we couldn't milk her. Not 2 weeks ago I milked her into a steel bucket, squeezing each teat firm from pointer to pinky, smooth as a spreading ripple. This morning I removed her head from the skinless carcass. It surprised me to open her up and find her kidneys steaming blue, hanging like papayas from her spine. Surprised me how heavy her familiar body sagged as we pulleyed it from the dust with ropes and hung it head down from the beams of the barn. How easy to make a slit between the bones in her back legs to hold the gambrel. How quick her cut neck gave her bright life to the ground, frothing as it ran free and cooled in the trench. So simple to lead her trusting from the pasture with a bowl of feed, to hold the gun to her head and squeeze a finger. One more poem. This is from a longer series, but it's just the first poem. The series is called The Bees, and this is Swarm. Longing undoes us finally, whether in fulfillment or worse, the questions suspended forever as the dead underground have their questions, as she must have. End of summer, both of us drunk after dinner and whiskey. Didn't I crawl into her bed, and wasn't that yes? Or surrender? After she drifted off, I reached for the book on her nightstand, opened it to find her hand scrawled down the margin. Always your snake bit, your song, your sweetness. And then lead me up out of this pit. That night I slept beside her, her scent covering me. The future, realm of the merely possible, our refuge from the present. Hungover this morning, I suit up for the honey harvest. September, all the crops spindly, brown-skirted, trying for a last fruit before winter. The hives are ready at last. I bathe them in calming smoke, but the colony swarms, a golden mass rising to prowl the farm like a bird of prey, like a lion driving us out of the fields with flailing arms. Nobody escapes it. Bees invade my suit, stinging, swelling my throat shut, just short of shock. Finally, the swarm settles, nodding up in the cottonwood, its branches sagging with the weight. When I return in my gear to get them, they are gone. We'd pass a comb around the dinner table tonight with sticky hands, just one bite each, honey dripping onto our plates. Thank you.